Yoga for everybody with Meditation Mutha.
Hi everyone, this is Kim Goyette, your Meditation Mutha, coming to you live from Austin, Texas. Well, we as a world, a collective, are all in a very interesting, unique situation. The U.S. is at a stay-at-home mode right now. We're here with a lot of time on our hands. In fact, that's all we have right now is time. We can use it to do lots of projects around the house, to clean out the closets, to be distracted by social media, or we can use this time for some inner reflection. And I invite you to do that. We do not have to walk away from this event as the same person that we walked into it. We can be whatever we want. We can create our situation to however we want, and this is the time to do so. So let's take this moment in this Yin class to start tapping inward and really connecting with who we want to be and the situation and visualization that we want to see for ourselves in the future. So we'll start in a comfortable seated position. Anything that feels good for you, so you can have your legs extended, legs crossed, or kneeling. Gently close the eyes, rest your hands in your lap, and just feel the surface of the ground underneath you supporting you. Noticing your sits bones really grounding into the earth. And a rebound effect happens when we do that. Everything lifts. So from the sits bones, lift the low belly up towards the ribs rise up towards the chest. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Draw the chin in just slightly so you can lengthen through the back of the neck, and then soften all around this supported frame. And we'll start to lengthen the inhale, extend the exhale. Sitting here for just the next few breaths, start to think about how you feel right in this moment. Where your mind is at, how your body feels physically. And just a normal cadence as we reflect on our current situation. Thinking about our energy. What level are we vibrating at right now? Are we feeling low and sluggish? Are we feeling hopeful and energetic? Just taking note with no judgment of how you feel right in this moment. And let's bring the hands to heart center in a prayer-like pose. We'll bow the mind to the heart and set an intention to really go deep with this practice, to not be afraid of what shows up for you, and to allow this practice to move you on a path of joy, pleasure, and fulfillment. Good. Gently open the eyes, release the hands. If it feels comfortable to sit cross-legged, you can, or again, legs extended or kneeling, but we're going to hold on to the knees wherever you're at, and we'll just start to make some movement to warm up the hips a little bit. So the hips are where we hold a lot of emotion, and I am sure if you're like me, there's a lot of roller coaster emotion going on all around us and within. So we're going to move from the hips a little bit. So lean forward and we'll start to make a rotation in one direction. So as I lean forward, I'm going to lean back and really massage into the hips. Leaning side to side, maybe my knees are coming up and just rocking all the way around in a full body circle. It's almost like my spine is a spoon and my hips are the bowl. And I'm stirring nice and wide to get a thick batter all mixed up. Good. A few more times like this. And then finding your back at center. Let's take it in the opposite direction. So as we lean forward, we'll exhale. And as we lean back, we'll inhale. Start to connect the movement with the breath. So if you need to slow things down, you just do whatever feels right for your body and breath connection. Good. A few more times like that. Really thinking about it as a massage for the hips and glutes. Good. And one more time around. Coming back to center. We'll do just a few cat-cows to warm up the spine. So we inhale, lift the chest, maybe lift the chin a little. Exhale, tuck the chin round and use the leverage of the knees to really expand the back body. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, tuck the chin round in. Again, pulling on the knees. Stay here. Inhale, take a breath right behind the heart center. Exhale here. Inhale back to center. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to come onto our belly. Extend the legs all the way back below you. And elbows are in front of the shoulders, palms face down. Separate your feet from right to left and then press the pelvis into the mat. So we'll start by lifting out of the shoulders. So push into the forearms, lift out of the shoulders. Feel like your elbows are dragging back. Allow the belly to come through the ribs and moving forward in front of the chest. And then release all that effort. So we're going to drop the ribs towards the earth and allow ourselves to sink into the shoulders. Relax the back of the neck by dropping the chin. So take a deep breath. Direct your breath in between the shoulder blades. Expand. Releasing any sense of overwhelm. Exhale. Good. Inhale, expand in between the shoulder blades. Exhale, sigh it out, release. Again, inhale. One more exhale with sound. Good. Stay here for the next few breaths. What I would like for you to do is see how much you can let go. So softening the ribs towards the earth, the muscles of the face and throat soften. We'll be here for several more breaths, just allowing any effort to be released. And what I invite you to do is start to think about things in your life that need to be released. It could be a relationship that you're in, a job that doesn't give you pleasure anymore, a living situation, whatever that is for you. Just take a few moments to contemplate that. One more deep breath into the back body, expand. Exhale, release all the way down. Rest your forehead on your hands. Allow your heels to roll wide and bring your awareness back to that thing that needs to be released in your life. So this is an opportunity to really contemplate who you are now and where you want to go. What do you want to be? You do not have to be that same person you were 5 seconds ago. You're constantly growing and changing. And which direction do you want to propel yourself in? Reflect back on that thing that you want to let go and see if you can soften every bone of your body more towards the earth as a sign of releasing and surrendering. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, push back to hands and knees. We're going to keep the knees directly underneath the hips. Walk the hands out nice and wide, maybe even off the mat and then forward a little bit. If you have a blanket and you want to use it underneath your forehead, feel free, or bring your forehead straight down towards the earth. Widen your hands as much as you need to feel comfortable in the shoulders. Again, the hips stay high. It's a little bit different than child's pose where we're sitting back. Here, we're surrendering the heart. The elbows come all the way down towards the earth. And the heart falls in between the shoulders. Again, using this posture, we'll be here for several breaths. Take a deep breath into the heart center. Expand from right to left. Exhale, soften the heart more towards the earth, letting go. Good. Inhale, expand. Take a deep breath into the armpits. Exhale, soften. Good. Again, inhale, expand. Exhale, surrender. We'll be here for several more breaths. Bringing your attention to that thing or things, people or events, situations that no longer serve a purpose in your life. Maybe at one point they fulfilled you or satisfied you, or they were a stepping stone, but now they no longer need to exist. And I want you to surrender a little bit further with your next exhale, just releasing and letting go. As soon as we close the door on something that no longer provides that energy that we need, the sooner we create space for something enlivening to move into our lives. So I want you to visualize that. Just really sweeping clean your environment. Be choosy what you want to have in your life. One more deep breath here. Exhale, draw the hands back underneath the shoulders, push back to hands and knees. And we're going to stay here for just a moment in hands and knees. We'll open up the side body a little bit. So take your left hip and drag it forward, and then look over your left shoulder so you can see your hip, maybe even your toes. Take a deep breath into the right ribs, expand. Exhale. One more time, deep breath into the right ribs. And exhale. Come back to center. Let's try the other side. So take your right hip, move it out to the right, look over your right shoulder. It's called wagging the dog. So it's like you're wagging your tail. And we're creating more space on the left side this time. Take a deep breath into the left ribs. Exhale, soften. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to center. Good. Curl the toes under. Reach back and spread the toes out nice and wide on both sides. So if it feels okay, you can even bring the knees towards each other, the heels towards touching. So keep your hands on the earth. This may be pretty intense already for some of us. If you're not used to this posture, fire toes it's called, and you'll see why very shortly. We're not used to opening up the bottom of the feet, but even more importantly now, it is so important to really spread those toes nice and wide, open up the bottoms of the feet so that we can feel grounded and connected with the earth. With so much chaos going on, that's more important than ever. I suggest you get outside barefoot and walk around as much as possible. So you can stay here, or if you'd like, you can walk the fingertips up a little bit more. The weight in the seat will provide a little bit more sensation in the feet, or if it feels okay for you to come all the way up, you can do that as well. Wherever you are today, it doesn't really matter. If you're all the way up, we can use this opportunity to have the arms out nice and wide. Cross that left elbow over the right, and then either grab opposite shoulders, or you can come back to back with the hands, or wrap all the way around in Gomukhasana arms. Tuck the chin. Take a deep breath, lift the elbows up, and then exhale, press the elbows towards each other. You might feel a nice opening in between the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Good. Inhale to lift. Exhale, press, hold. Take the next few breaths. Start to visualize what you need in your life that grounds you, that gives you focus, that gives you hope and direction. Just take a next few moments to think about that. And we'll take one more deep breath here. Exhale, release the arms, come forward, tap the toes out. Woohoo! Good, really shake it out. Awesome. So we have two sides. So if you feel comfortable, you can do the same thing that we just did, or you can try another level of that, whatever feels right for you. Curl the toes, walk the hands in. So this might be for you, hands on the knees or all the way up. Wherever you are today, totally doesn't matter. Arms out to the side. Let's take the left elbow, cross it over the right. Opposite elbows, opposite shoulders, or back to back, or wrap all the way around. Tuck the chin. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, press. Inhale, expand in between the shoulder blades. Exhale. Good, one more time. Inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, press and hold. Continue to breathe. Bring your awareness back to that thing in your life that you need to anchor you. We need a grounded feeling in order to be lifted up and in the path that we were meant to lead. Good. One more deep breath here. Exhale, release all the way down. Come back to hands and knees. Tap the toes out. It's one of those things that feels so good when you stop. Awesome. So let's come to seated again. This time we're going to bring the legs out nice and wide. I'm going to turn sideways actually so you can see better. So the legs are out nice and long, like a long diamond. The feet are out away from you. So as opposed to working the inner thigh where our legs are close, we're going to have the legs extended out. If you'd like, flex the feet to give a little bit more support in the knee, or you can put a blanket or a block underneath each knee. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to be working in the outer hip this time. So you might feel it in your IT band. We'll start to lift the low belly up and then tuck the chin round and start to fold forward only to where you feel sensation. And when I say sensation, I mean in your SI joint, your IT band, your outer hip, wherever that is for you, just till you feel sensation. So in the yin practice, we don't go full force. We come to the edge of sensation and then we use the breath to invite us deeper into the posture. So I encourage you to inhale and direct your breath to any sensation. Exhale with a nice wide sound. Good. Maybe feel yourself softening a little bit. Inhale, creating space. Exhale, surrendering and letting go. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Find a position where it's sustainable for you. So that might be elbows on the earth with your head or forehead in the hands. It might be stacked fists with your forehead down. You might have a block underneath your head or stacked hands, wherever you are today. We're going to be here for several more breaths, but in this posture, what I'd like for you to do is draw your awareness to something that enlivens you. Something that you're passionate about. And just really notice the energy and emotion that goes along with how you feel when you're doing your passion. Is it love? Is it excitement? Is it joy? Whatever that is, just hold that sensation within. And with every breath, making space to move towards the earth, surrendering. One more deep breath here. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale all the way up. Walk your hands in. Lengthen the legs. And we're just going to windshield wiper the feet a little bit. Get some movement into the hips, right and left. Good. We'll cross the ankles and move our way back to hands and knees. We're going to get into pigeon. So if pigeon isn't for you, what you can do is figure 4. In fact, stay where you are. If pigeon's not for you, you can take it all the way down onto the earth, cross your right ankle over the left knee, and draw your legs towards your body. So that's totally fine. We'll do one side and then the other. If you want to try for pigeon, we'll be on hands and knees. Take your right knee, take it nice and wide out to the right, sweep the foot through. Not all the way, it doesn't need to be parallel to the front of the mat like traditional pigeon. Curl the toes, lift your back knee, wiggle that back foot back. Good, drop your back knee down and point the toes. If you have blocks, you can put them under your hands for a little bit more leverage or just walk the hands back, getting an opening in the left hip flexor. Good, so like I said, we hold all our emotions in our hips, so we're going to make some room. We don't need those emotions anymore. Emotions are energy in motion. They're meant to move through us. We recognize them and we let them go. And you might feel extra tightness like I do because I'm holding a lot of emotions in the past couple of weeks. So this is an opportunity for you to use your breath to really surrender, to make room for yourself so that you can allow yourself to move on your destined path. Let's slowly fold forward all the way down. So it might be here on elbows. Again, you can rest your head in your hands, cushion yourself with a blanket or stack the fists, wherever you are today. We're going to take the chest towards the earth just till we feel sensation in the outer right hip. And then we'll take the next few breaths just to settle in. So you want this to be sustainable. You don't want to go full force, maybe at about 60-65% of effort. In Yin Yoga, the effort is in the release. So instead of powering through postures, what we do is we invite the breath to allow us to surrender over time, overcoming that stretch reflex and really just letting go. So start to invite your breath in, directing your awareness to your right hip, the outer glute. On an inhale, expand like you're blowing up a balloon. And on an exhale, surrender and soften. Good, continue. Inhale, expand. Exhale, soften. You might find over time that you can adjust yourself. If you want a little bit more sensation, move your chest forward and to the left. And you'll feel a little bit more sensation in that right hip. Good, continue working with the breath. I want to invite you back to your visualization of what inspires you, what you're passionate about, and the actual physical emotion, that feeling that surrounds when you're able to do your passion. And start to bring that into your body, really feeling that energy. Noticing the vibration that it resides at. And allowing it to sink deep within your bones, deep within your muscles, deep within your mind. One more breath here. Exhale, surrender. Walk the hands underneath the shoulders, slowly come up. And we'll come to hands and knees for just a moment. Take the right leg, extend it all the way back. Stretch it out. Notice any movement of energy in the back of the leg, any warmth or tingling. As we open up the floodgates of fresh blood and oxygen to flow into the low body. And then we'll come back to hands and knees. If you've done figure 4, we'll plant both feet and then exchange, switch the ankles. Left ankle over right knee and draw into the body. Take that left knee nice and wide out to the left hand, sweep that foot through, curl your back toes, lift your knee, and then wiggle on back, drop that back knee down, point the toes. Good, walk your hands back for just a moment, open up that right hip flexor. Nice. And one side might be very different than the other, so as we move forward, you may have to modify your support a little bit. So working our way down towards the earth, adjust anything that you need You can stack the fists or take it all the way down, wherever you are today. Just come to a place of rest where you can let go. And we'll use the next few breaths to settle in. And then we'll start to bring our awareness to the left outer hip. On an inhale, creating space, expanding the fibers of the muscles. On an exhale, where can you release? Scanning the body on an inhale, noticing if you're gripping in the low belly or the jaw. Exhale, surrendering. Good. If you need more sensation, move your chest forward and to the right this time. So over time, we are able to get over that stretch reflex. A stretch reflex is meant to provide safety for the body. It actually clenches, the muscles clench during the initial phase of stretching to protect. But then over time, the body realizes that it's safe and we can move a little bit deeper into the space naturally. So just like life, where is it that you've been holding yourself back? And if you get out of your own way, where can you move into? Use the next few breaths to think about that, to reflect on where you're holding yourself back and the direction that you would take if you had all the space in the universe. One more deep breath here. Slowly make your way back up. And we'll come to hands and knees. One more time. Left leg extends out back. Just close the eyes. Notice any sensations in the back of the leg. Any heat, tingling. Good. We'll come back to hands and knees. Cross the ankles and come to seated towards the back of the mat. Legs extended. Scoot yourself up. Bend the knees and slowly lower all the way down onto the mat. Legs extended down below. Separate the feet from right to left. Arms come along the side, palms face up. Gently close the eyes. We're moving into Shavasana. Final resting pose. And just allow all the thoughts that we pondered to ruminate within your mind. Visualizing the surrendering, the creating space to move on the path that your life was intended for. And we'll take the next few breaths just to allow our body to assimilate all the energy we moved, all the emotions that we moved out, and the incredible space that we created within. And start to move the fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. We'll hug the knees into the chest. Roll over to one side, make our way all the way up to seated. And we're going to finish with a little bit of visualization. So get into a comfortable seat where your seat is very grounded on the earth to allow everything to lift up through the crown of the head and then relax all around. Good. We're feeling supported in our seat. Gently close the eyes, rest your hands in your lap or on your knees. Start to invite the breath in through the nose. If it feels comfortable, exhaling through the nose. In a comfortable rhythm. And we'll bring our awareness up to our third eye very gently. So it's an inner gaze in between the eyebrows. This is where all our creations are made, where we visualize. where we create our life. So bring your awareness to that space very gently and start to imagine your body. Your skin is the outer layer, the shell of this vessel that houses your spirit. So just noticing the sensation of the air on your skin, this very outer layer. And the skin of your body is the container that we visualize with limits. Maybe physically we can't do the things that we want to do. Or even more importantly, maybe spiritually we're limiting ourselves within this container. Slowly visualize a zipper from the forehead all the way down the front of your body. And it's very gently gliding itself down, opening up, allowing yourself to shed that skin, that container that's holding you from your limitations, and allowing yourself to become limitless. Your essence connects with everything around you. And you start to feel light, hopeful, all-knowing. Your skin releases and you literally dissipate into the air in front of you, allowing yourself to be totally free from any boundaries. You can be anything that you want. You can do anything that you desire. Just sit here for a few moments in that sensation. On your next inhale, allow that to propel you in a direction that you were meant to be headed. On a path that was your life's purpose. Something that you're passionate about. And you know what that is when you feel a higher vibration within your essence. Just allow your body and mind and spirit to sit here for a few more breaths in that energy at your highest vibration. And we'll bring the hands to heart center. Bow the mind to the heart. That thinking mind surrenders to the feeling heart. And thank yourself for making time to really think about your outcome. This is a very interesting journey that we're on. And we have all the power within us to change, to be dynamic, to be flexible, and walk away from this very unique situation at a better state. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I really do invite you to take this time to reflect on who you are now, where you want to be, and then just go for it. Plant that seed. You don't need to know all the details along the way. Just open it up to the universe. I want to have joy in my life. I want to be happy. I want to maintain positive energy. I want to have hopeful thoughts. All these things are very general, and the universe will fill in the details and reflect that right back at you. Anyway, this is Kim Goyette, your meditation mother. If you like this video and you want to be the first to receive weekly videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Yoga with Meditation Mutha. See you next time.